Hello, and welcome to Moments of Growth and Transformation, where we dive deep into the fascinating world of purpose discovery, emotional healing, and creating a business that aligned with your purpose, and teachings on transformation that will make your business become a legacy. I am your darling host, Tosin Opeoluwa, and each week we'll explore new topics from purpose to business, growth, transformation that sparks up the greatness in you. So grab your headphone, get comfortable, and join me as we transformed into a change agent for our world. All right, welcome back. I've been taking us through the world of purpose, profiting with purpose, why purpose is essential, why transformation is essential. And one of the things that made me to start this program was as a result of where I grew up, how I grew up. I grew up as an entrepreneur. My grandmother is an entrepreneur. My mom is an entrepreneur. And I started selling as early as age 8 in my life. And therefore, I look at some of the things that helps us to sustain a business as a woman. And I realize we go through lots of emotion, we go through lots of things in life. And so at the end of the day, if care is not taken, we send away the people that are supposed to be a lifelong customers. And so we are even unable to transfer the business to the next generation. And one of the ways by which we can do that is to daily transfer into becoming a better version of ourselves every day. Remember, transformation is a journey. So today I'm going to take us through the world of transformation in 7 good days, at least the foundation. So currently, if you're having depression, maybe life is so hard on you right now and you're wondering what you're going to do, maybe you are even thinking of maybe you should end it. I want to tell you, do not end it. Hold on. I'm going to tell you 7 ways by which you can come out of that depressive state and launch into your purpose and launch into a new thing for your life. And number 1 step is to stand up and talk to someone. Anytime you're going through challenges, anytime you're going through life situation, you feel like you are the only one. The truth is, you are not the only one. Somebody said something, and I heard the story from my mom. She said, if they are having the meeting or the congregation of people who are suffering, and you ask all of them to gather in a very large stadium, and one after the other, people start telling you what they've been through, what they are going through. By the time the 4th person or the 5th person finish speaking, or maybe the 100th person, you will say, it looks like I don't have a problem. Because most of the time you feel like it's only you. You are the only one going through life challenges. Things is tough for only you. But let me tell you something. It's not only you. You are not the only one. But because you didn't tell anyone, because you hide behind shame and fear of what will people say, what will people think, my dear, allow people to say what they want to say. Allow people to think what they want to think. What did I say? Stand up, talk to somebody. One of the ways by which you can first talk to someone in crisis is to just text the number 988 or 988 as the case may be. Text that number and talk to someone on the crisis line. They will be able to counsel you and guide you, at least give you a comfort for the meantime. Another good way is for you to start talking to a therapist. all of us, we all need somebody to talk to. And if you're not going that route, why don't you talk to your pastor? If you're also not going that route, why don't you talk to a friend? If you're also not going that route, why don't you talk to a very wonderful group on Facebook who are saying something that resonates with what you are going through? These are some of the people that you can talk to. And I want to say this, you really need transformation if there is no one person in your life that you can call and say, hey, this is what I'm going through. Trust me, you need transformation. We all need somebody that we can call and talk to at any point in time for whatever we are going through in our life. We all need that person, just one person that could encourage us. And I also want you to get to that spot too, where you become an agent of encouragement. Remember, that is why we are here on this podcast. And if you're watching on YouTube, that's why we are here on this channel, to make sure that we grow into becoming a wonderful person that people can lean on, that we won't only be taking from people, but we become a tree that will be like a shade for everyone. And so when the sun comes, when the rain comes, people can actually hide under us. But if we keep flying away, if we keep wandering away in little things that happen to us here and there, winds take us here and there, then how long are we going to do that? One of the ways by which we can grow up and become a person that will be reliable for another person is for us to just talk to someone. That one person that you talk to can change your life forever. And remember, talking to God might be difficult. That's the truth. When you are going through life challenges, talking to God might be difficult. So at this time, you need to covet the prayers of your friends. Ask your friends for prayer. Jump on prayer lines online. I know Lakewood Church has a prayer line. Bethel Church has a prayer line. Quite a number of big churches and ministries, they have a prayer line where you can talk to someone. You don't want to just keep quiet while things get going down for you. Step number 2, stop the pity party. You see, I've told this story over and over again, but I won't get tired of saying it because it's my story, because it was a period in my life where the pain was so much. Guess what happened? I was pregnant, and the baby I got pregnant after is actually just 6 months old baby that I'm still breastfeeding. And so the stress was so much for me. The struggle was so much for me. I just graduated from the university. All the money accumulated, some went into my husband's business, some went into my business, and it looks like we are literally broke at the time. And I'm talking about 11 years ago. But it looks so fresh in my memory because the pain was real. And it was actually part of the pain that brought me into the space of speaking to you today. So stop the pity party, because whatever you're going through right now is for a purpose. Maybe it's to lift somebody else. And so someone spoke to me and said, look, because I begin to say, why is my life like this? Why am I going through this? Why is everything this way? And I started feeling so bad for myself. I was feeling sad for myself. And somebody spoke to me. Like it was as if the person gave me a nudge and said, just stop it. And the person said, look, this is not the time for you to become sad. This is actually the time for you to stand up, pick up yourself, put yourself together and get something done. And you know what? I thought about it and I realized that was the best advice that someone could ever give me in time like that. You know why? The truth is, when you are wallowing in pity party, you are increasing the rate of your depression. And when you're increasing the rate of your depression, God bless your soul, you have anxiety too, then all joined together, it clouds your brain. It clouds your ability to think. Because why? Cortisol is released every time. So your body is in the state of fight or flight. That is not how you want to live your life. That is not how God designed you to live your life. God designed you to live your life in a way that you can enjoy it and also be a blessing to other people in your generation. So stop the pity party, because immediately you stop the pity party and you begin to relax. Take a deep breath, breathe in, breathe out. Take the breath and breathe. Do some box breathing exercises. Do meditation. Relax, because immediately you relax, you know what will happen. Even myself, as I just take a deep breath right now, you know what happened. I felt warm. I felt goose pimples. I feel like something is saying relax in my body. The same thing will happen to you when you take your time to do some exercises. This mindfulness, meditation, yoga, it makes you relax, because when you do that, you will be able to keep your mind off the pity party, and then dopamine will be released, which gives you joy, which makes you happy. And when you're happy, you are able to think right. And if you can think right, you begin to act right. And that is the number 2 step. Number 3 step is for you to design how you want to live your life. You see, the truth about designing how you want to live your life is this. Every one of us, whatever you are doing, whether you are doing a job or whether you are in a business, let me tell you the truth, my dear. On some days, you don't feel like standing up. On some days, you don't feel like going out. On some days, you just want to stay in bed and eat your Pringles or eat your snacks and just sleep and watch movies. But guess what? It's okay if you want to do that. But guess what will not allow you to do that? Having a design of how you want to live your life. Think about it. Because when you design how you want to live your life, that is what will keep moving you. And that's why one of the first things I taught us on this podcast is how to discover your purpose. Because every one of us have the tendency to be discouraged when life happens. But guess what? The vision that we create out of our purpose, the mission that we create out of our purpose, the life goals that we create out of our purpose is what will keep us going. So if you are going to keep going in life without getting down again, my dear, it's time for you to develop what you can do that will make you happy. And that takes me to number 4. Once you know how you want your life to be, develop what you can do that will make you happy from it and start doing it. Number 5, you need to become intentional about your emotional healing. Like I said, every one of us, even when you are doing something that makes you happy, sometimes you are tired, especially women, right? Our period is coming. It changes everything about us. Our body changes, our emotional state changes. So also, menopause is approaching, everything is changing. You are a nursing mother, you are a wife, you are a single mom, you are a working class, you are a stay-at-home mom. Things happen, life happen. Therefore, you need to become intentional about emotional healing. Because when you are healed emotionally, when you get to where you are going, what will help you to sustain that space is the state of your emotion. If you can take charge of your emotion, you can take charge of your life. See, when those things that happens to you as a child, or for those of us with adverse childhood experiences, it's hard unless we become intentional about emotional healing. It's hard to trust people. And so if you can't trust people, I tell you, you cannot build a multi-million dollars business. In fact, you cannot work with people successfully. Because why? Why will it not be successful? Because you think everyone is talking about you. I once worked with someone, and this person would call me to ask me what people were saying about them when they were away. That is the craziest thing I've ever heard in my life. How does what people say behind you affect you? If you build enough loyalty in people, if you build enough trust in people, it's easier for them to trust you. In everything, karma is real. Whatever you sow, you will reap. If you sow trust, you will reap trust. If you sow love, you will reap love. If you sow kindness, you will reap kindness. Everything you sow, you are going to reap. So you need to become intentional about your emotional healing. Find a way of trusting people. And one of the ways by which I've been able to trust again, probably after a betrayal or probably after someone does something for me, one of the ways is, number one, I tell God to please help me. I pray about almost everything. And after asking God to please help me, I have the conversation with the person if it's possible. And I lay it down to them in a non-violence communication method. And I'll tell them what I appreciate about them and how I feel when they say what they say behind me, and how they can actually change, and how happy I will be if they are able to. And I will ask them if they are willing to do that. And I'll give them the chance again. However, I deal with such people with intuition. So whatever my intuition tells me, or whatever the Holy Spirit tells me, for those of us who are Christians and believe in the Holy Spirit, whatever the Holy Spirit tells you, you can begin to deal with those people. However, let me say this clearly. There are some people who hurt you, and you know that if they come back into your life, they probably will do more harm than good. And it does not mean you haven't forgiven them, but you need to let them go. There are some people like that. You don't have to build trust in closeness for the person, but you can keep them at arm's length, or you keep them far from you while you build the trust that they broke from them, but not to another person. So you keep the trust they broke to them, but you don't transfer it to another person, because people are not the same. An adage say in my culture that if you close your eyes for an evil person to pass, a good person might also pass. So if you think everybody who hurts you, other people are also here to hurt you, then you will miss a lot of good people in your life. And that's why I open up my mind in every relationship, but I become sensitive. I open up my mind to give love and receive love, but I'm sensitive to whatever the person is saying. I listen with my spirit. I don't just listen with my ear. So when the person is speaking to me, their body language, their heart, their words, what I'm listening for is not just what they are saying, but their intention. So it becomes important for you to listen to people's intention and not what they are saying. And guess what? Once you listen for their intention, then you ask them to confirm what their intention is. That's how to start being healed and to keep your healing without hurting other people around you or in your life. Again, if you are going to build an empire, then you need to trust people. And trust or lack of trust come from a hurting heart. So you need emotional healing for you to take charge of your life again and be a channel of blessing that God has created you to be. Number 6 step is to seek knowledge from God and man. All of us, whatever we want to do today, we are about 8.2 billion people on the surface of the earth, meaning every one of us, some things that we will be doing in our world, they are similar, but they are peculiar. What I am doing today, millions of people are doing it. The day God gave me the idea of profit with purpose, I jump up online and I typed profit with purpose, and I see only few people came up. And I'm talking about 2018, about 7 years ago or thereabouts. However, today, I've seen a lot of people who have started talking about profit with purpose. Whether they stole the idea, I don't know. Whether they just got to know when they listen to me online, I don't know. Maybe God has given them the idea, but they are wondering what's the meaning. And they recently found out, I don't know. But the truth is, we all have something in common, but we can be peculiar. Therefore, go to people who have gone ahead. Seek knowledge from man, seek knowledge from God. Ask God, how can I do it differently? When people are doing it A, B, C, how can I do my own X, Y, Z? Help me, show me, Lord, and He will show you. Also, you can seek knowledge from man. Whatever that looks like a tough situation in your life right now, someone has the solution. Someone has the solution. So seek knowledge, read books, have mentor, go for workshops. That is how to transform your life. I said this before in one of my videos. My life was transformed mostly not only from the Bible. I read Bible, but not everything that I read from the Bible that I understand. Often I will ask the Holy Spirit to give me understanding. And it's amazing when I ask the Holy Spirit for understanding, I'll write pages and pages and pages, and I'll keep writing. However, when I need some understanding about what I've been through in the past, one of the way by which I acquired skills on how to manage my emotions and to become a better me was me seeking knowledge. I was seeking knowledge from God. I was seeking knowledge from man. I attended workshop. I got a coach. I went to therapy. I went to counseling. I don't know your perspective about therapy, but guess what? If you go to therapy, you are not mad. All the problems you are creating in your family, in your own life, it's as a result of the hurt you are carrying. But if you keep praying about it and it doesn't change, it will not change. Because why? You need knowledge. There's a space of faith and action. So when you show me your faith, you need to show me your work. So if you're praying to change your life, you want to stop getting angry, you want to stop getting worried, you want to stop ruminating, you want to stop worrying, there are skills that we can teach you as therapists, as coaches, that you can learn those skills and become a better you on daily basis. That will not only come from you praying, that might come from the Holy Spirit correcting you. But how many of us are really listening to the Holy Spirit? That is the sincere space that we all need to come to, and therefore seek knowledge from God and from man. On this note, I have a small book on 25 ways to transform your life. But in this podcast today, I am simply going to mention just 4, and I took everything from there. But the 7 actually look like the whole 25. So the last but not the least is to ask for help, which is number 7 step. Ask for help. One of the difficult tasks for me as a child is to ask for help. And you know why? When we were younger, my mom said something. She said, don't take things from a man because, did she even say the reason? Don't take things from a man that you will not marry. But that is incomplete sentence, right? So you don't have to take things from a man that you will not marry. But what if that man that you will not marry is sleeping with you? Then how do you know that a man will not marry you? You know, that's a gist for Family Life Builders TV anyway. But we need to be specific. Ask for help. And when you are asking for help, let the person helping you know, are they expecting anything in return? Whatever they are expecting in return, are you able to provide it? These are difficult conversations, but they are necessary conversations for people who want to go far in life, who want to live a transformed life and impact others and build a legacy in their generation. Ask for help and ask people what they expect in return so that you don't hurt each other, especially when you are unable to provide what they want in return. I hope that blessed somebody. Thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate you staying with me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.